What's up, my YouTube family, and I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be, I'm going to try to make it as short as possible, but it's pretty lengthy, so you guys hang in there with me. I am going to be making some enchiladas with a cheat chili, some charro beans, and I'm going to also do some Mexican rice. You guys have seen the Mexican rice recipe. Go back to some of my former videos, and please check those videos out, and you'll find the Spanish rice recipe. Hold on for just 1 second. Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. So again, what we're going to start with right now, that's going to take kind of the longest, is our charro beans. I'm going to break this up into 2 separate videos so that you guys can, we're not kind of going back and forth. So the first one is charro beans. These beans are some regular pinto beans that have been soaking overnight in just water. Now, the water has, these beans have absorbed the water, as you can tell. This will be your time to pick out your bad beans and the skin, and any broken beans and things of that nature. What we're going to do is go over the sink here and pour them in. Those are all ugly beans. They're all still half and stuff. Now we're going to give these beans a nice rinse. Rinse them all off. On the stove, right now I have 6 cups of beans. Now this recipe is from a YouTuber that I like to watch, and her name is Gochujang Mama. And so hopefully I do this recipe some justice. If you have not seen her channel, go over and watch Gochujang Mama. She has some delicious recipes over there. Tell her that I sent you. So this is where you kind of pick out your bad beans. Your beans are split, the skin, and so on and so forth. Whoops. This is where you would pick that out. Or if you want to do it the old school way and pick your beans first before you soak them, then you are definitely welcome to do that as well. These beans have absorbed a lot of water. These beans sat overnight. This is 3 pounds of beans. The normal recipe, because I'm doubling this recipe, I'm making a whole nother dinner for a family. So I doubled this recipe. So we have 3 pounds of beans versus the 1 to 1.5. So the regular recipe calls for 1 pound of beans. So just remember, everything I'm doing, I am doubling the recipe. Make sure you take out all the little rocks and things of that nature out of your beans, because we don't want to eat those. Once you have cleaned your beans, rinse them off really good, and taken out the pieces that are not desirable. We're going to add the beans to, right now, it's about 16 cups of water. So, over in this pot over here, we've got about 16 cups of water. This probably is not enough. So I'm going to add probably another 8 cups once I get the beans into the pot. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on to a medium-high heat to get it started, and then we'll let these come to a gentle simmer for about an hour before we add the rest of our ingredients. So stay there, I'll be right back. Straight from the strainer, we're gonna add our beans. Again, this is 3 pounds of beans to the pot. I'm definitely going to go ahead and add maybe 4 more cups of water. Okay, so you're going to let that come uncovered. Just leave it uncovered. Sometimes your bad pieces will come to the head. What I missed, because I did not like pick through these first. We just put them, my producer that is, we just soaked them overnight in a bowl, big bowl of water. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is let this come to a simmer, as I said, for about an hour, a gentle boil. And we're going to go over to the kitchen table while I show you the next steps. Be right back. Okay, so as I told you, the 1 pound of bean recipe is going to call for 3 Roma tomatoes, or just 3 good sized tomatoes. I've chopped up about 6 to 7 here. This is 7 Roma tomatoes that I've chopped up. It also calls for 1 large onion or 1 medium sized onion. If you don't like onions, you may omit this section, but I really feel like you need to at least add some chopped onions or something like that, the minced chopped onions or something. It just brings the flavor out. So here we have I have 1 very large onion chopped up in here. This is going to serve a couple of different items. So I'm going to put this also in my chili, I'm going to put this in the beans, and I'm going to put this in the rice. So, I did 2 onions, didn't I? I did two large onions in this bowl, okay? This recipe also calls for some bacon. This is a thick cut bacon. It calls for about 6 slices of bacon, but I have about 12 here because, as I mentioned, I'm doubling the recipe. Now, the authentic way to make charro beans is by making them with hot dogs. I know, I thought it was weird, but I asked and I made sure that this wasn't a fluke. This is the authentic way to make charro beans using hot dogs. So what I have here is some beef hot dogs. You use any beef hot dog of your choice, but I have cut up an entire, I think, 16-ounce package, so that was 8 hot dogs. Okay, 8 hot dogs into this mix because I'm doubling it. So you can scale back by half if you're just cooking a pound of beans. What's also going to be added is some cilantro. This is a couple of bunches of cilantro. I didn't have any twine, but Gochujang Mama says to take your stems, leftover stems of your cilantro, and twine them together and throw them in the pot for extra flavor. I didn't get to do that because I don't have any twine or string or anything, but just so you know, that is the normal recipe. So this is some cilantro that's been chopped up and washed already. That's going to be added to the beans. Now we come to your jalapenos. These are fresh jalapenos, okay? So what we're going to do is chop these up and de-seed them and add them to the bowl. And we're just going to de-seed them. We want to make sure we take out all of the seeds because the seeds pack the heat. So we really want these to be flavorful, but not so hot that you cannot enjoy them. That's pretty de-seeded. And the recipe, again, it calls for 1. But once again, I'm doubling the recipe. I'm going to try not to say that again. I'm doubling the recipe And so I'm gonna do 2. These are pretty large jalapenos. So we're gonna de-seed these and we're gonna chop them up. And then I will show you our next steps. So I think I'm gonna just de-seed both of them. I'm gonna take the stem off like so. Get rid of that. Hopefully I'm not covering up too much. You can see it. And I'm using gloves because you definitely do not want to handle these with just your bare hands. If you don't have gloves, you can rub some oil into your hands and then handle them. Make sure you get some, some vegetable oil or olive oil, whatever you have. Rub your hands together kind of like you would when you're applying lotion, and then begin to de-seed them, and then wash your hands thoroughly afterwards. So we're just going to chop these down. If you do not want to use jalapenos, please feel free, don't do it, but it does add some extra flavor. One of the ingredients that I'm missing here, which is in the refrigerator, is garlic. Depending on how much garlic you like, you would use, I'm going to use, quite a couple of, well, maybe a couple of tablespoons. But if you look at Gochujang Mama's recipe, she uses about 5 to 7 cloves of fresh garlic. And that is because she likes garlic so much. So again, you are going to season and use these ingredients to your taste. We are making authentic Mexican charro beans in this video. If you guys would like to see more videos, make sure that you click that like button. Come on, you guys. I know we can get this to at least 200 likes. I know we can. Click that like button. Make sure you click the subscribe button. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that you are notified every time we upload one of our fabulous, delicious, tasteful food videos. So I'm just going to keep chopping these up. And you're just going to mince them down, basically. You want them to be chopped as small as possible. To me, I don't want to bite into big chunks of jalapeno because depending on how hot these are, that could just ruin that little biteful that you just had. And some people just love spicy, Some people love to have spicy. I know another YouTuber that I watch, Strong Mommy Chrissy. She loves spicy foods. Bless you, Strong Mommy Chrissy, and you and baby Onyx and the rest of y'all. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. If you have not shared our channel, wherever you share your other social medias, make sure you do that. It's easy. Copy the link, paste it to that social media, whether it's Twitter, Periscope, and share us. We love new family. If you are new to the channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. That's that good church welcome, 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 welcome. You know what they say from church. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, kick your shoes off, and enjoy time with your family. You are welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the family. These don't have to be chopped in any uniform fashion. Again, this is just for my life. So once I'm done, I'm going to chop this last one up, and then we'll be right back, and I'll show you the next step that we are going to do with our charro beans. Be right back. This pan. Alrighty, so we have everything chopped up. Here's the peppers I told you about, the jalapeno peppers, fresh jalapeno peppers chopped up. The first thing we're going to do is go into our cold pan. It renders more bacon fat. You're going to render your fat from your bacon, and you're going to do that in a cold pan. And you just want to cook this down and render as much bacon fat as you can off of the bacon. Remember, this is a doubled recipe. I know I said I wasn't going to say that no more, but I need you guys to know that are watching, if you're just cooking a pound for your family, a pound of beans for your family, there is no need to cook this much bacon for your charro beans. Boil a little quicker. The beans have also been turned down to like a medium-low heat, so they can just come to that gentle simmer that you want. Like I said, for about an hour. Hopefully you're getting a good picture. Did you see this really good? Okay. You just want to put this down. And to me, well, on the recipe, she cooks it down until it gets a little crispy. I think I'm going to do it until it's like almost crispy. And we are going to drain most of this fat off of here. The reason why I said until it's almost crispy is because it's going to keep cooking when you add the rest of the ingredients, so it'll crisp up. I don't want it to burn, so it's going to crisp up. So once this bacon is done, we'll come right back to you. And I'm going to drain off, again, I'm going to drain off mostly all of the fat off of, not drain off, but pour it into a dish. Mostly all of the fat off of the bacon. So we'll be right back when this is ready to go. Okay, we are back. This is about what I would like for my bacon to look like, because again, it's going to continue to cook. I have drained off all but maybe a tablespoon of grease off of here that the bacon rendered the fat. So now we're going to go in with our hot dogs. Start mixing that up. These are beef hot dogs, so they're also going to render a little bit of fat. Use the hot dogs as your choice, but the recipe that I used called for the beef hot dogs. Make sure those get nice and coated with the oil. Alright, then we're going to go in with the tomatoes. Remember the tomatoes, we cut up tomatoes. We're going to go in with all of those tomatoes. And most of the onion, because I'm going to use some of this onion for my chili that I'm going to make with the, which I'm going to have to cut up some more onion. So the chili that I make and the rice that I make. The Mexican rice or Spanish rice. Give that a good little mix. Garlic. This is just some minced garlic. Mix all of that in. And right now my stove is on a medium-high heat. And I'm going to go in with our jalapeno peppers. And what you're going to do is saute all of this. That's what you're doing. You're sauteing all of this. Sauteing. The last ingredient we're going to add to this is going to be our cilantro. And I'm saving about that much because I'm going to put this little bit here into my rice. I'm going to do a little something different than what I normally do. Add a little bit more. Saute those ingredients together. And once they've sauteed all the way down, you guys, we're going to be right back and show you what it looks like after it's been sauteed. Be right back. Hi everybody, it's me. I'm the producer, Curtis. And today's producer question is not really a producer question. It's a producer comment challenge. So be ready. The producer comment challenge is whoever's the first person to comment whatever dish you want that we have not made already, the first person to comment that we will take that dish into consideration and we will cook it if we have not already. Okay, so I came back because I forgot an ingredient, the tomato bouillon. If you have the cubes, you want to use just one cube. I'm doubling this recipe. I don't have the cubes. I have the big thing of a tomato bouillon because I use it often. So I'm taking a tablespoon and I'm going to do a couple of tablespoons. They're kind of heaping tablespoons, but that's all I'm going to do. I hear that water. I was rinsing my dishes out that I already used. I forgot to season it, so my apologies, you guys. If you want to add anything else to this, again, add at your own risk, but this is what the recipe calls for. And I tell you what, it smells good up in here. It smells good, right? Hubby approved thus far. Smells good. So a few minutes ago, you guys should have gotten the producer question / comment. So make sure that you guys comment below. And we will see what we can do. What he didn't mention, you guys, is seafood. We don't eat seafood like that, so fish is about the only thing. And it's catfish. No tilapia, salmon, none of that good stuff. So make sure you eliminate that out of your comment. And this is what it should look like. I'm going to turn this burner off here. That is what your saute should look like. Your tomatoes have broken down at this point. And we still do not have a gentle boil. But I'm going to give this a little stir. We don't have a gentle boil just yet on our beans. Okay? So when we get a gentle boil, we're going to add our sauteed vegetables and bacon and hot dogs and garlic to this mixture with the water, and we let that cook for probably another, boil really good, uncovered for another 45 minutes. I put the top on there because I was trying to get it to boil, but we want to take our time with these. Be patient. So we'll be right back when these come to a boil. Alrighty, so you see we have a gentle simmer, gentle boil. Excuse me, a gentle boil on our beans. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna give these another little stir. Definitely not done yet, as you can see. Definitely not done. But remember, these were pre-soaked overnight. If you do not pre-soak these overnight, your times for your cook time is going to vary. But the basics is that you're going to cook your beans until they're tender. So we're going in with our mixture that I took out of the pan, and I just excuse me if y'all can't see, but I'm trying to get all these drippings. Do you see? I had to wash that pan so I can use it again for another dish. Alright. Well, it's all mixed in there now. Look at that. So this is going to cook on a medium heat, uncovered, for another 45 minutes to an hour. Okay? For another 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to cook this for another 45 minutes to an hour. Alrighty. So I'm going to move on to cooking another dish, which is probably going to be the Spanish rice that you guys have already seen. So we will be back when this dish is ready, and just so that you can see what it's looking like. As the dish cooks uncovered, you know, if it gets down to where you can start seeing the beans, that's not what you want. You want to add some more water to this. We are going to give this a taste so that we can kind of determine the salt value. And again, you're going to salt to taste. So we'll be right back. So we are back, you guys, and our charro beans are done. Get a good close-up shot of those. This is what you want your beans to look like. They are not traditional, I mean, they are not pinto beans to where we're making in the more black culture or African American culture. These are charro beans. They have, the taste is definitely going to be, the flavor is definitely on fire. We already tasted these. This is what it looks like. And so these are ready to go. If you inserted your twined cilantro stems, you definitely want to take those out before serving. So that is our charro beans recipe. Again, if you like us to upload more recipes and more videos, period, of our different things that we're cooking, make sure that you click that subscribe button. Make sure that you comment below and like all of our videos, and we will be back with another one.